In today's video, I'm going to show you how to go from this to this. Guys, it's no surprise that Tacoma owners are raving about this rear seat delete storage solution. Today, we're diving into exactly why it's become such a must-have mod. Now, you might be wondering why on earth would anybody want to remove the rear seats? And trust me, you're not alone. Tons of Tacoma owners are doing it, and for good reason. Let's be real, those rear seats often go unused. Ditching them can transform your truck to better fit your lifestyle and maximize functionality. Now let's take a look at all the benefits. First, maximizing storage. Removing your rear seats now give you space for all your essentials such as tools, recovery gear, camping gear. In my case, guys, this is how my truck sort of looks whenever I go on an adventure. Since I live in Texas, I need to go to either California, Utah, right? I have to do long hauls, and it looks like this on the other side as well. So maximizing storage for me is essential, right? And for some of you guys that are going out camping or just need to have on your daily basis, whatever it might be, this is the way to go. So let's remove this and let me show you what I have down there. Now that that's all gone, let me show you what's in here. So here we have a little bit of everything. I have camping gear, recovery gear, my tools. I like to take this sucker everywhere, and definitely recommend these bungee cords. I'll make sure to link them down below. They have saved me tons of times, and you can literally mount them anywhere. So you can remove this hook, put them a bunch of places, really nice. Here I have my recovery gear, and this is a great way to keep everything nicely organized. And the best part is you can also keep everything nice and safe. It also creates a flat sleeping surface, whether you're just camping overnight or catching some rest. The extra space allows for your Tacoma to become extremely versatile. Plus, it's ideal for your dogs. This flat surface allows for whether you have small dogs or big dogs to just have a lot of room to play in or sleep in. Buckle up, Mojito. Finally, it protects your seats from getting torn, stained, or ruined. Whether you have muddy boots, dirty paws, or you simply need to put your firewood inside so that it doesn't get wet, this is awesome to have. Now that you know why Tacoma owners love this mod, let me show you how easy it is to install. All right, before we get started, we do have to get our tools. Last time, we used Rave, and you guys went crazy in the comment section. We heard a lot of feelings. So because of that, it's time to bust out the Milwaukee, baby. All right, guys, so before I start any install, I like to just lay out all the parts. You're gonna be receiving your package in this one massive box. It's not that heavy, it's easy to move around. I would suggest 2 people to make it easier. Here we go. What do you think?
Dude, this is sweet.
Guys, I am super stoked to be finally doing this mod on my Tacoma. Something that I've been dying to do for a really long time, and it's finally happening. The tools that you're gonna need is a 13mm wrench and a 14mm wrench. The first thing we have to do is remove our back seats. We're gonna start with the bottom, and in order to do that, there is a total of 4 14mm bolts down here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's 2 ways to do it. If you guys have a wrench, then I suggest you pull back on the seat and you now have access to that bolt down there. Or Toyota did provide a hole for us so that our power tools can fit in there. Make sure you save all the hardware. You will need these later. By removing those 2 bolts, that has now completely released the seat on the driver's side. Now we're gonna remove the seat belts by continuing to use our 14mm socket. So that you don't lose this bolt, I advise that you put it back in there. And this right here, I would advise that you store away in here. Please note, you will not have access to this storage bins anymore. So whatever you have in there, if you're gonna use, make sure to take it out now. All right, now we're gonna remove the backrest. So we're gonna release that. This comes down. I have these seat covers, so I gotta pull back on this. You guys don't have to do this. So you guys are gonna see that you can either use a plastic pry tool or fingers will do. Pull back on this, and we're gonna remove this 14mm bolt. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And by removing those 2 bolts, we have now completely removed the backrest. All right, the same thing that I did on that backrest, we're gonna repeat on the driver's side. Make sure to reinstall the backrest hardware so that you don't lose it. If you have floor mats, I advise you do take them off. I was trying to leave mine there, but just for alignment purposes, you're gonna wanna take them off. All right guys, just take a look at how much space we have right now. Cannot wait to get this installed. Take advantage to clean this out. You can clearly see all the mess I have back here. I'm willing to bet you guys have just as much of a mess, if not more. Now let's get this thing installed. All right guys, now it's time for us to install the storage solution. We're first gonna start with the 40% and then move on to the 60. Couple things you need to do to prep this for install. Make sure you open this up, grab the cable and just insert it there. Close that down. And then with the kit, you should have received 4 clip bolts. We're only gonna need 3 out of those. And then make sure you keep the keys handy. Let's install this thing. First thing you're gonna wanna do is remove the bolt from the clip. And then we're gonna be installing this clip on this bracket right here, this one, and this one. Make sure you do not clip it to the bracket in the inside. Here it goes. So from the bolts we removed from the seats, you should only have 3 left. Make sure you reinstall this one as you will not be needing it and you don't want it to get lost. All right, now it's time to install the 60%. All right. Dude, that is so sick. All right, we're gonna make sure this hole aligns over here. In order for it not to move, I'm just going to bolt this down, just hand tightening it. All right, now we're gonna install the 40% in. Make sure you put it down slowly because you do have your LED strip cable here. You don't want that to get jammed. And then we're going to insert this LED connector into this hole. And then we see the cable come out on the other side. Now we're going to hand tighten the bolts to the clips that we originally installed, just so that it's not moving all over the place. Next, we need to align the 60% with the 40. So as you guys can see here, there's holes. There's gonna be a total of 3, 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna bring this in and align those pins with the hole. So there we go. Make sure all 3 of them are inserted properly. So far guys, I am loving how this looks. I'm really excited. Let's keep going. Now you're gonna grab the factory bolt that I told you guys to save, and we're going to bolt down the bottom part to that factory hole where your seats originally bolted down to. And then using a 14mm wrench, we're gonna tighten the 3 bolts that you guys saved. All right, now we're gonna connect the LED strip. Cool, tuck that in there. Now it's time for us to wire the storage unit using this cable and connecting it to our 12 volt. If you don't have a 12 volt there and you only have a USB, this adapter is provided. Now you could run the wire up through the center console and do a much cleaner job. For install purposes, I'm just gonna show you how it works. So we're gonna connect that in there. All right guys, and just like that, we are done installing this storage system. Probably one of the easiest installs for the Tacoma. I love how when you open it, the LED lights turn on. When you close the door, they turn off. And just being able to have that power back there is incredible. We also have more storage solutions for you guys online, so make sure to check out the description below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe. And fellas, I'll see you on the next one.